Chapter 1 Networking Concepts. Chapter Outline. In this chapter, you will learn the need of a computer network, about types of computer network, about types of computer network architecture, types of network devices, communication channels and topologies. KB. You know, Ambi, I have many friends. Ambi. That's very good, KB. Do you keep in touch with all your friends? KB. Not all of them, but many of them. Ambi. The friends you keep in touch with form your network of friends. KB. Oh, I see. Ambi. Just like you have a network of friends who keep in touch with you, a computer also has a network of computers. KB. Can you be more clear, Ambi? Ambi. Okay, let me tell you in more detail about the computer network. Network devices. Modem. Modem is a combination of two devices, modulator and demodulator. The modulator converts digital data into analog data when the data is being sent by the computer. The demodulator converts analog data into digital data when it is being received by the computer. It enables a computer to send or receive data over telephone or cable lines. RJ45 connector. RJ45 stands for Registered Jack 45. It is an 8-pin jack used by devices to physically connect to Ethernet-based local area networks or LANs. Ethernet is a technology that defines protocols for establishing a LAN. Twisted pair cable is used for Ethernet LANs, having RJ45 connector pins at both ends connecting the device to the network. Bridge. A bridge is a network device used to join two similar types of networks. Router. A router is a networking device that transmits data from one network to another if both networks support the same set of protocols. It receives its data in the form of packets, which are data frames with their destination address added. It also strengthens the signals before transmitting them. That is why it is also called repeater. Switch. Switch is a network device that connects other devices to Ethernet networks through twisted pair cables. It uses packet switching technique to receive, store, and forward data packets on the network. The switch maintains a list of network addresses of all the devices connected to it. Gateway. Gateway is a network device used to connect two or more dissimilar networks which may use different protocols. As networks connect to a different network through gateways, these gateways are usually hosts or endpoints of the network. Network architecture. Network architecture refers to the way in which the physical components of a network are connected to each other. It is a network framework which indicates the specification of the physical components of a network and their functional organization. There are two types of network architectures. Let us learn about them in detail. Types of computer network: peer-to-peer network, client or server network. Peer-to-peer network. Peer-to-peer network architecture is used to link all the computers in a network with equal privilege and responsibilities for processing the data. This type of architecture is useful for small data networks, usually up to 10 computers. It has no dedicated server. All the linked computers can communicate with each other and send the data directly. Client or server network. Client or server network architecture consists of a central controller or computer known as a server, while all other computers linked to each other in the network are called clients. The main system, known as the server, performs all the major operations such as security and network management. It is also responsible for making all the resources such as files, directories, printer, etc. available to the clients. The end users called clients can access the resources such as songs, video, etc. from a central computer known as the server. Types of networks. A computer network is of different types which are used worldwide these days. Depending on the geographical area covered, different types of computer networks are as follows. Types of network: Personal Area Network or PAN, Local Area Network or LAN, Metropolitan Area Network or MAN, Wide Area Network or WAN. Personal Area Network, PAN. A personal area network is the smallest privately owned network which has connectivity range up to 10 meters. It can be wired or wireless, which includes wireless computer keyboard and mouse, Bluetooth-enabled headphones, wireless printers and a TV remote. For example, Wi-Fi connection at home for personal use. Local Area Network or LAN. A local area network is a system that consists of large number of computers and other peripheral devices connected within a radius of less than 1 kilometer. This type of a network is used to connect computers and other devices in home, building, or a campus. A LAN is used extensively in offices as it enables its users to use resources like printers, scanners, plotters, speakers, etc. on common basis. For example, connecting two different departments in the same building. Smart Connect. If a LAN is set up using wireless media, it is known as WLAN or Wireless Local Area Network. Metropolitan Area Network or MAN. Metropolitan Area Network, MAN, is a computer network that connects computers within a metropolitan area, which could be a single large city, multiple cities and towns. A MAN is larger than a local area network. It covers an area ranging from 10 to 100 kilometers. For example, the ATM facilities provided by a bank in the same city. Wide Area Network or WAN. Wide Area Network WAN is used to connect computers over large geographical areas such as continents. WANs are generally used by very large companies or government agencies. They require a public telecommunication media like the telecommunication lines or the satellite signals in order to transfer data. The best example of a WAN is the Internet. LAN versus WAN. LAN stands for Local Area Network. LAN is a privately owned network. The speed of LAN is high. The propagation delay is shorter in LAN as compared to WAN. The fault tolerance capability is more in LAN. WAN stands for Wide Area Network. WAN's ownership can be private or public. The speed of WAN is slower than LAN. The propagation delay is longer in WAN as compared to other networks. There is less fault to tolerance capability in WAN. Network topology. All kinds of networks work on a particular format of arrangement. The different formats of arrangement of computers in a network are called topology. There are various types of topologies that a network can use. Network topologies: bus, star, ring, mesh, tree. The different types of network topologies available are: bus topology. In this technique, a single cable called a backbone with multiple points is employed. All the computers, printers, and other hardware are connected to this cable. Any electronic signal passed by any node can be received by all the nodes on this cable, as the signal can travel in both directions. The cable has terminators at its end so that the signals passed may be absorbed by them and do not clutter the network line. Advantage: it is reliable as the failure of one computer within the network does not affect the networking system. Disadvantage: the main communication line falls, the entire system stops working. Ring topology or circular topology. This technology uses multiple links to form a loop of computers. Each computer is connected to the loop, thus forming a kind of a ring or a circle. A message or a token goes round the loop continuously. All the computers or the nodes are equipped with the token ring adapter card or track, which helps them to read the token or the message that passes through the loop continuously. Advantage: in ring topology, all the traffic flows in only one direction at a very high speed. Disadvantage: the addition of a new terminal in the network delays communication. Star topology. Star topology is a network topology in which each network component is physically connected to a central node known as the host computer that stores all the data and information. When the central node receives a packet from a connecting node, it can pass the packet on to other nodes in the network. The host computer is responsible for establishing communication among local computers. Advantage: if any of the local computers fails or breaks down, the network remains unaffected. Disadvantage: if the transmission of the host computer fails, the entire network fails. Tree topology. Tree topology is a combination of the bus and the star topology. In this type of a network arrangement, you can have multiple servers. These servers can be interconnected so that a user may access his or her own server as well as the bigger server when needed. This technology is used when there are a large number of computers to be connected and there are distinct branches of an organization that need to be connected. It requires a lot of cables to be employed, and the success of the tree topology depends on the cables used. Advantage: in tree topology, fault identification is easy. Disadvantage: maintenance cost is high. Mesh topology. In mesh topology, all the nodes are connected to each other using separate cables and creating a point-to-point connection among them. The control is given to each node to decide its communication priorities. Data can travel from source node to destination directly. Thus, the time required to transmit the data is utterly high. Advantage: if any computer breaks down, communication takes place via other nodes. Disadvantage: the build-up cost of such type of network is high because of the use of separate cables for each node. Network protocols. A protocol is a set of rules or procedures for transmitting data between electronic devices such as computers. There are three main types of network protocols. These include network management protocols, network communication protocols, and network security protocols. Communication protocols include basic data communication tools like TCP or IP and HTTP. Management protocols maintain and govern the network through protocols such as SNMP. Security protocols include HTTPS, SFTP, and SSL. Network communication protocols. HTTP. Hypertext Transfer Protocol or HTTP is one of the most familiar protocols, often referred to as the protocol of the Internet. It is an application layer protocol that allows the browser and the server to communicate. TCP, Transmission Control Protocol, TCP, separates data into packets that can be shared over a network. These packets can then be sent by devices like switches and routers to the designated targets. Network Management Protocols SNMP. Simple Network Management Protocol or SNMP is used to monitor and manage network devices. This protocol allows administrators to view and modify endpoint information to alter the behavior of devices across the network. Network Security Protocols HTTPS. Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure or HTTPS encrypts the data to be sent to the website from a web browser. This protocol safely delivers the data to the website they are interacting with. Security of networks. When you establish a network, you allow a number of people to access and store important data stored in the computers on the network. For this purpose, the network needs to be secured. There are generally two ways in which a network can be secured. Let us learn about them. Login security. All the users who want to access the data are given unique usernames and passwords. Only those people who have a valid username and a password can access that data. Security rights. Using this security measure, limited access rights can be given to the users. Depending on the username type, the access rights are granted. These rights may be limited to certain folders where the user can access these pertaining to his or her own work. Thus, it is extremely important that the network is protected and unwarranted access and usage of data can either be prohibited or controlled. So, if someone tries to access a file that has restricted access, a message will pop up and the network administrator will be informed that an unauthorized person is trying to access the information. Smart Connect. Cloud computing means storing and accessing data over the internet instead of the hard drive. For example, Microsoft OneDrive, Google Drive, Apple iCloud, etc. Tech terms. Networking. Connecting computers so that they can share files, printers, applications, and other computer peripheral devices. Protocol. A set of standard rules used for an effective communication between the computers on a network. Network Interface Card or NIC, a hardware network device that differentiates between a standalone computer and a computer on a network.